Okay, so for today's video, we're going to discuss multiplication and division of algebraic fractions. But before that, let's just have a quick recall on how to multiply and divide fractions. Now, let's say, for example, I have 2/3 times 5/7. If we're going to multiply two fractions, all we have to do is to multiply its numerators and multiply the denominators. So what we have is 2 times 5 all over 3 times 7. So that will give us 10/21. Now, if it is division, we have to find the reciprocal of the second fraction and proceed to multiplication. So if it is reciprocal of the second fraction, it's going to be 7/5 and proceed to multiplication. That is the reason why we have 2 times 7 all over 3 times 5. So the final answer, if we divide 2/3 and 5/7, we will get 2 times 7 is 14, 3 times 5 is 15. Now, if it is variables, we are just going to do the same thing. Let's say, for example, we have P over Q times R over S, numerator times numerator, that's PR, or P times R, which will also give you PR, Q times S, QS. So the final answer is PR over QS. If we divide, we will also do the same thing. So if that is 2/3 divided by 5/7, we will reciprocate the second fraction. That will give us P times S all over Q times R, which will give you PS over QR. Now let's proceed to the main example of multiplication of algebraic fractions. Okay? So let's say I have 3x over 8y times 2 over 5xy. If that is the case, we can just multiply the numerator times numerator all over denominator times denominator. So what I have is 3x times 2, that's 6x. 8y times 5xy is 40xy squared. Okay? So 8 times 5 is 40. We only have 1x times x is just x. Y times y, you have the y squared. Now, after that, we can simplify it by looking for or finding the highest common factor on both numerator and denominator. So the highest common factor of 6 and 40 is 2. There's a common variable x. So the highest common factor is 2x. Now, we have to factor out those 2x from the numerator and denominator. So we will have 2x times 3 and 2x times 20y squared, which will give you, which we can cancel 2x, that will give you 3 over 20y squared. Now we can cancel the 2x, your final answer is just 3 over 20y squared. After that, we can just do, or the other method is we can just directly cancel. We can cancel the common, right? X over x, so that is just 1. We can cancel it out. 2 and 8, we can simplify it into 1 and 4. So, if that's the case, we can just have 3 all over 4 times 5 times y, which will give you 3 over 20y squared. Okay? So, these are two different methods. You just have to choose which one is easier for you. Okay? Another example. For another example, what we have here is 2a squared b all over 5c cubed d squared times 3bd over 8a squared. So, let's try to multiply them first. Okay? The first method. Let's do the first method first. So, 2a squared b times 3bd, you will get 6a squared b squared d. So, that's 2 times 3, 6 times the a squared. B times b is b squared times the d. On our denominator, same thing. 5 times 8, that's 40 times the a squared because it's alphabetical order. Then c cubed d squared. Okay? Then we will find the highest common factor on both numerator and denominator. If we're looking for the highest common factor, it would be easier if we look for the numbers first, for the coefficients first. So the HCF of the coefficients 6 and 40 is 2. Now, let's proceed to the variables. If it is a squared and a squared, of course, that's a common factor because they are both a squared. So 2a squared now. Then, b and c is not common on both numerator and denominator. So the other only common variable is the d. But this one is d, this one is d squared. We will get the one with the lower power. So our HCF is 2a squared d. So I'm going to factor out that common factor rather on both numerator and denominator. So 6 divided by 2, you have 3. A squared and a squared will be cancelled. D and d will be cancelled. So you have b squared. That is the reason why we have 3b squared. In here, 40 divided by 2, that's 20. A squared and a squared will be cancelled. C cubed, we'll just copy it. And then d squared divided by d, you have d here. And after that, since you factored out already the common factor, you can cancel out those common factor. So the final answer will give you 3b squared over 20c cubed d. Now let's proceed to the next method or the other method. We can just directly simplify or cancelling out those with a common factor. And take note, you can only do this if you have one on the numerator and the other one is on the denominator. Okay? So 2 and 8. 2 will just be 1, 8 will become 4. A squared and a squared will just be cancelled out because a squared divided by a squared will just be equal to 1. B, there's no b in our denominator. 3, and the only other one that has a common factor is the d. So d and d squared, you're going to have d here on our denominator. After that, we can just have 1 times b times 3 times b, or we can just have b times 3 times b. On our denominator, what we have is 5 times c cubed times d times 4. Okay? And then, just multiply those. So in our numerator, what we have is 3b squared. On our denominator, what we have is 20c cubed d. So the final answer is still the same. 3b squared over 20c cubed d. Another example. So let's say we have this. For cases like this, if there are terms that are in expanded form, you cannot just directly cancel. Okay, I cannot just directly cancel x and x here, the 2 and 12, and so on and so forth. Okay, what we need to do is to factorize them first. Okay, because we cannot cancel if it is not a factor. Now, we have to factorize this one, 2x squared plus xy minus y squared. If we factorize that, we will get 2x minus y times dx plus y. On our denominator, there is a common factor 6, so we factored out 6 here. You are left with 2x minus y. And then on the second fraction, our numerator has a common factor 4. So x minus y once we factored out the 4. And our denominator is a difference of 2 squares. So that's going to be x plus y, x minus y. Now that all of them are in factored form, we can cancel those common factors. Okay? One in numerator, one in denominator. So 2x minus y and 2x minus y will be cancelled. X plus y and x plus y will be cancelled. And x minus y's will be cancelled as well. Then you are left with 4 over 6. But we can still simplify 4 over 6, dividing both of them by 2, which will give you 2 over 3. Okay? Now, if we have 12xy divided by 9, but it is division now, divided by 8x squared all over 3y, all we have to do here is to do the usual way as we divide fractions. we have to reciprocate the second one, right? We flip it. So you have 12xy over 9 divided by 8x squared over 3y. So your first fraction is still 12xy over 9, but your second fraction will become the reciprocal, 3y over 8x squared. And make sure that you are going to multiply them now. You have to proceed to multiplication once you reciprocate the second fraction. So the usual way, we can cancel the 3 and 9. This will become 1. This is 3. The 12x and the 8x squared, this is 3 now, and this is just 2x. Right? Because the common factor of 12 and 8 is 4. So 12 divided by 4 is 3. 8 divided by 4 is 2. Now x and x squared, this one will become just x squared. But we cannot cancel the y and y because both of them are in the numerator. So what you have now is 3 times y times 1 times y, that's 3y squared. And then on your denominator, that's 3 times 2x, which will give you 3y squared all over 6x. But take note, you can still simplify the 3 and the 6, which will give you y squared over 2x. So that's our final answer. Another example. If we have 12xy over 9 divided by 8x squared over 3y, you can just multiply them. This is just another method, okay? You can multiply them. That will give you 36xy squared and 72x squared. The common factor of 36 and 72 is 36. X and x squared, we will get the lower power, that's x. And y is not a common variable, so the only common factor on both numerator and denominator is 36x. Then you can just simplify. So factor out the 36x, that will give you y squared over 2x. So 36 divided by 36xy squared divided by 36x will just give you y squared. 72 divided by 36, that's 2. X squared divided by x, that's just x. That's why you have 2x here. Another example, if you have this, xy cubed over 24z squared t divided by x squared y over 8z t to the power of 4. Same thing, we copy the first fraction, proceed to multiplication once you reciprocate or flip the second fraction. Reciprocate, okay? So we can just proceed to canceling x over x squared. This one will just become x. Y cubed and y, this will become y squared. 8 and 24, this is going to be 1 and this is 3. And we also have the z over z squared, this is going to be z. And t to the power of 4, you have t to the power of 3 here. So after that, you can just multiply. Y squared times 1 times t cubed. And then on our denominator, you have 3 times z times x, which will give you t cubed y squared over 3xz. I suggest you do it one by one so that it is not confusing for you. Okay? Another example is if we have things like this. We still do the same thing. Copy the first fraction, proceed to multiplication once you get the reciprocal of the second fraction. And then, if it is in expanded form, all you have to do is to factorize them. Difference of two squares, what you have is p plus q, p minus q. You cannot factorize this anymore. There's no common factor. On the second fraction, difference of two squares again, what you have is 5c plus d, 5c minus d, and this one cannot be factorized anymore. So we can cancel the common now. P minus q, the 5c plus d, and your final answer will just be p plus q times 5c minus